Hello, Cigar.com. Joshua Smelko here, and I got the man, the myth, the legend, Roki Patel with me today. How you doing today, Roki?
Hey, Joshua. Great to be here.
Thanks for coming on today. Glad to have you. So I just wanted, I got this Cigar Journal catalog today in the mail, and I opened up to the very first page, and what do I see is you. I mean, this is a great ad. You guys, look, check this out. In the newest edition of Cigar Journal. Roki, you're holding there, what,
That's the
vintage 99.
Yeah.
So where did you come up with that? I mean, I know your vintage line is very popular, got high ratings, 92 rating. I prefer, honestly, out of the 90 and the 92, I really like the 1990.
Right.
And I like box press cigars. I'm actually smoking a box press cigar here. Where did you come up with the idea for the 99 Connecticut? Where did that come from? Did you just want to add a Connecticut to the vintage line, or how did that all come about?
Well, we were searching for some of the oldest Connecticut wrapper, and obviously General Cigar grows a lot of Connecticut wrapper in Connecticut Valley in the United States, and so they had 7-year-old Connecticut wrapper, hence vintage 2003. That was the vintage of the wrapper when it was harvested, so it's one of the oldest wrappers in the market. And people don't realize, they think it's easy to make a great mild cigar. Well, we want to have a mild cigar that's creamy, that's buttery, that has a lot of flavor, smooth and elegant. And so essentially it's the same filler that's in the 90 and the 92.
Okay.
And so it's actually Ligeros from Esteli. We have Dominican Lord, Dominican Piloto, and 1 leaf of Brazilian Matafina in the filler. And then the wrapper is Connecticut, 7-year-old Connecticut, so it's one of the oldest Connecticut wrappers, so it's very creamy and mild. And it's interesting, that ad actually, I happened to go to India for a vacation in January, and that ad was actually shot in India in a hotel that had a great sushi bar, and it was a great location. You got the big sculpture of Buddha in the back. It was very kind of Zen-like qualities and very chill, and it was just a cool place. And I ended up doing a campaign of ads in this hotel called the Leela in New Delhi, and that's where the campaign came from.
That's interesting. I was going to ask you about the woman there. She's pretty attractive.
Yeah, she's an attractive Indian woman who's a friend of ours, and we used her in the ad.
Yeah, that's great. It's great. It came out really well. I'm really impressed.
Thank you.
So the IP CPR is coming up shortly.
That's right. It's coming up August 5th, I believe.
August 5th, and you're obviously going to be there?
I will be there. Looking forward to it.
Do you want to give us some insider information on what everyone can expect there? Or?
Well, we're launching a couple new brands, a brand called Freedom. I've been lobbying and fighting in Washington, D.C. to protect our privileges and our rights to enjoy a cigar, because the FDA essentially is trying to put us out of business if this legislation, if the FDA regulates cigars, and we have a bill that's trying to exempt premium cigars. We've narrowed the definition of what a premium cigar is. That definition used to be very, very broad and included products like Philly Blunts, Swisher Sweets, all the blunt wrap stuff, and we're trying to narrow it so the definition is all about tobacco leaf binder, tobacco leaf filler, all of the wrapper, being tobacco leaf applied by hand, no filters, no tips, and so
no machine made.
No machine made. So we've narrowed the definition, and what we're trying to do is trying to get an exemption, legislative exemption, so that the FDA does not regulate cigars. Because if they do, they'd get rid of all humidors. 75% of the boxes would have warning standards stickers on it. Every time we make a blend, we'd have to submit it to the FDA, so they approve it. Almost like we'd have to go through case studies like a pharmaceutical drug. It would be outrageous, cost prohibitive. So it's important. So we've come up with a really, really good blend. We've been growing our own tobacco in Esteli, Nicaragua. That tobacco finally has come to fruition. It's absolutely amazing tobacco. And so we've launched a line called Freedom, which I think people will enjoy very, very much. And then the second line is a line called Private Cellar. And this is one of my favorite cigars. I blended it about 2.5 years ago, and it's one of my favorite blends, and now we've perfected the blend, and we're going to release that, and that cigar is going to be pretty amazing, and that's going to be a medium to full, more on the full side, and that'll be available at the show also.
Oh, excellent. Now Freedom, that's going to be a medium-bodied cigar as well, or?
That's going to be medium to full-bodied cigar
medium
also.
to full as well.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
so you're really following
Both made
with
out of Nicaragua.
Wow, excellent. Yeah. So it's going to be complex, real
very
hardy.
Very complex, very hardy.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Did you bring some extras with you?
We might have a couple in the conference room.
Yeah, if you guys couldn't tell, Roki Patel is one of the biggest advocates for cigar rights, basically. you go far beyond most other people in the industry to protect the rights of cigar enthusiasts across the nation. And like, how do you do it? Like,
well, I mean, it's out of pure fear. I mean, that's really what it's about. And you know, I feel like we have soldiers coming back in body bags from Afghanistan, and we fought in Iraq to protect our rights and our privileges and our freedoms, and we're adults. And you know, cigars is an art form. It's a culture that's transcended over generations. By the time you plant a seedling in the ground, the time you get a cigar in a box, takes 4 to 5 years. 300 different hands touch the tobacco. And so, you know, it's enjoyed by adults. Children don't have access to cigars. You have to be 18 years old to enter a humidor. It's enjoyed just like a single malt scotch or a great glass of wine. When you smoke a cigar, it doesn't matter if you're a blue-collar worker, it doesn't matter if you're a CEO of a company. Everyone gets along. It cuts across all cultural boundaries, all races, and people actually, in the day of Facebook and Twitter, can have a civil conversation about life, politics, sports, and enjoy a cigar, and brings people together. When you have a cigar, you automatically have a new friend. And that's the beauty about a cigar. It's something that's very, very unique.
That is true.
So it's important that we protect our rights to be able to smoke cigars, to be able to be not taxed out of business, to not have all these regulatory agencies try to tell us as adults how to lead our life. Like Mayor Bloomberg, you know what? Mind your own business.
Now, Rocky, let's move off the way, because I can tell you're getting really passionate about that. And what have you, besides, I mean, you're smoking this new one right now. Is this what you've been smoking regularly for the past couple weeks, months, or like, what's your go-to right now?
Well, I mean, some of my favorite cigars, obviously, the Decade. I absolutely enjoy that.
It's a great smoke.
That cigar.
Congratulations on that, too.
50th anniversary, thank you. The 50th anniversary is also a very rich, decadent cigar that I like very much. The 15th anniversary is another one of my favorites. So, you know, I lean towards the richer, bolder cigars, and then during the daytime, I enjoy the Cameroon a lot, the vintage.
Oh yeah.
The vintage 2003. And you know, that's a beautiful cigar. It took us a long time again to collect the Cameroon wrapper, about 8 years, because it's a hard wrapper to get because it comes in small sizes and the wrapper is very spotty. It's grown in Africa and the Cameroon region. And finally we collected enough great wrapper to release that line. And that cigar's got that sweetness from the Cameroon. It's got hints of spice. It's a medium-bodied cigar, but it's very complex with a lot of flavor.
So, you're a big Scotch guy, right? Or at least you're a big Scotch guy.
Scotch and wine.
Scotch and wine. What, with your cigars, what would you recommend our viewers like pair with them, like in terms of the vintage or?
If you're going to smoke the vintages, then you know definitely a great Pinot Noir would be great, or you know a Macallan 12-year-old, something you know that is in a sherry cask. A Scotch from the Highland region is usually not as peaty like the Scotches that come, you know, out of the Islay regions.
Right.
And then if you're going to smoke something like the 50th anniversary, the 15th anniversary of the Decade, certainly, you know, a good, you know, Lafroig or something, you know, that's got a lot of peatiness to it. Even a Balwenie is, you know, a nice, potent, rich Scotch.
Yeah, because those cigars are a lot stronger, a lot hardier, so you want something
and so, you know, a good Amarone from Italy for wine, or a good big cab, that would be good with some of those big meaty cigars. And for the vintages and the Cameroons and something more like a Pinot as far as the wine is concerned, because it still has a lot of character, and these days there's some great Pinots coming out of Oregon, Washington. And then you know, a nice Highland Scotch, single malt, would be great.
Excellent, excellent. I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I'm a big Scotch guy. Like I love hearty, peaty Scotches. So, and I like the Decade. So I guess that'll go hand in hand.
Lagavulin another great one. If
you
can find that, you know, that's also nice. Glen Roth, Glen Farks. Those are some nice complex Scotches that most people don't know about.
Excellent. Well, thanks for the information.
Anytime.
Regarding your Royal Vintage blend, that's a great cigar. Who do you recommend that for? Would you say that that's for any enthusiast? Would you recommend it for an experienced guy?
I think anybody can smoke that, because that cigar is truly like a medium plus cigar. And you know, I think that cigar is not so full-bodied that if you're a beginner, I think you can step up to it after a nice big meal. Unfortunately, I don't get enough Royal Vintages because they go directly to you guys, and we don't get the boxes to tap into. Unless I'm down at the factory.
Or you can always, you know, come and pick one up from us.
That's
you know,
right.
I'll sell you one.
I'll trade you one today.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, Rocky, I know you're on a time schedule, so I mean, I don't want to keep you too much longer. But is there anything you'd like to say to the Cigar.com faithful, or?
Well, you know, just join Cigar Rights of America. The website is cigarrights.org. It's $35. 100% of the money goes towards protecting your freedom and right and privilege to enjoy a cigar. It keeps the state taxes down. It gives you venues to be able to smoke cigars so that, you know, many cities are trying to make sure that they go non-smoking all over the place and you don't have a place to smoke a cigar. And it's also helping fight the FDA from regulating cigars. So it's a very important, noble cause. If you enjoy cigars, you got to be one of the soldiers who helps us carry the fight, and that's cigarrights.org, Cigar Rights of America. Please join.
Be sure to check out our website. We offer a cigar rights sampler, which will give you access to cigar rights. You won't even have to go to the site. They'll send you the information you need, and you'll get some cigars to go along with it as well, and you'll be supporting the cigar industry as a whole. So be sure to check that out as well.
And for those of you that have never tried a Roki Patel cigar, please try one, because I promise you, nobody works harder than we do to deliver a great quality cigar at a fair price.
What's great about Roki Patel cigars is you can expect perfect construction nearly every time, awesome quality, consistency, and the flavors rarely change. From box to box, you know, 2 years ago to now, they all taste very, very similar, if not exactly identical. And then that just shows, like, that's a testament to your quality control.
Thanks.
And
I mean, I
assurance.
think we have some of the strictest quality control standards that we implement at the factory. That's why we take a couple thousand of people a year down to our factory to visit, so they can see, first of all, how labor intensive it is to make a cigar, all the steps that are involved in making a great quality cigar, everything from, you know, the curing, the fermentation, draw testing every single cigar, you know. We have some of the strictest standards, and hopefully when you smoke it, you'll notice that the cigars are very consistent every single time you get one.
Well, Rocky, thanks for coming on the show
My
today.
pleasure.
Appreciate having you.
Being here.
Thank you.
All right, anytime.
You heard it from the man. Check back again. Thanks, cigar.com.